Yeah, what? Who the fuck
Who cares?
I give up. All right, Michelle.
You don't get views for your beauty.
Countdown?
You put it on the right
I
screen
am beautiful.
first?
Howdy, folks, and welcome back to our reaction to RWBY. Rookie reacts to RWBY.
But now it's Rookie and my father reacts to.
Right, because I haven't seen it either. It is Saturday, finally. She came over the day it released. It's later on Saturday.
And I'm tired, and I've worked 8 hours, but it's fine.
We're Volume 7, Chapter 2. In the last chapter, they were captured by the Ace Ops. And I remember that because of Aesop's Fables. And that Ace Ops is kind of a play on Aesop's Fables.
Otter Pops.
So they were captured by the Otter Pops at the end of last episode.
Yeah.
Which is a cool nickname for them.
Oh, God.
Because they're in Atlas where it's all snow and cold. So calling them the Otter Pops, that's pretty clever, Michelle.
I'm pretty clever and I didn't even know
That's clever.
God.
Actually, it is kind of clever. I kind of like it. I like to call them Otter Pops now.
Should I write to Rooster Teeth and tell him to call them the Otter Pops?
Yeah. Why don't you tweet Carrie and tell him it should be called the Otter Pops. But anyway, the Ace Ops caught them and supposedly are taking them to Mantle. I've heard some speculation from some other reactors that maybe they're not. Since we're recording later on Saturday, I was able to watch a ton of reactions and reviews of the first episode. There's some speculation from some of them that maybe these guys aren't. Now, Penny's father recognized them as the Ace Ops, but there's speculation that maybe they're working with some sort of underground or something, and they're not actually going to go to Atlas. I don't know, not the Underground Railroad, but another underground. But anyway, we'll find out. Ready? Penny's back. Do you think we'll see Penny this episode?
Hell yeah, we are.
We're going to see Penny this episode,
Hell
even though
yeah,
this is supposed to happen in Atlas, not in Mantle where she is.
I don't care. We're watching Penny.
Okay. How about Winter? I think we'll see Winter and definitely think we'll see Ironwood.
No, we're definitely going to see Penny.
All right. Well, anyway, let's get going. Let's find out what we're going to see.
Penny.
Here we go.
She's on like the main screen. Told you.
She's on the opening screen. If she is, that would be interesting. Oh, we're going to get the opening theme, opening credits, of course.
The song that you hate.
I didn't say I hated it. Never once did I say I hated it. I said every time a new one comes out, it takes me a while to get used to it.
I like putting words in your mouth.
I know you do.
Take that cough out.
I can't take that cough out. I'm not editing that way anymore. I used to have separate tracks for her, separate tracks for me, separate tracks for the show. Don't really do that anymore.
Oh, good.
This is the Aesops, or Otter Pops, as you refer to them. I like that, Otter Pops. Whitley. But Winter.
Fuck's Whitley.
The brother.
Oh.
That's the one they called Shitley?
Get your leg off my leg.
I'm not on your leg.
Nora.
You still don't like John's hair?
You said you didn't like John's hair. I said I liked it. Now you put words in my mouth.
Her.
She's
going to have some kind of connection to Crow.
We'll have some connection to Cinderblock, bitch.
We haven't seen Cinderblock, bitch. Or Neapolitan Ice Cream Lady, as you refer to her.
Ice cream.
She was with Cinder. And the credits show Watts and Tyrion, who we know are coming over, but there's only good guys in that shot, right? No bad guys. Huh. There we go. Okay.
Sorry, edit that out.
You gotta grumble.
Grumble for me.
Now they're being taken somewhere.
Booby. Take her hand.
Oscar. Who's laughing? Oh, the ops
Where do you
guys.
think they're taking us?
I'm gonna go with jail.
I still can't believe that fishing pole guy took us out like it was
Nora's trying to bite her way out of it.
Atlas. Those were Ironwood's ace operatives.
You guys had a run-in with the Aesops? Ironwood must really have a bone to pick with you.
They're not that big of a deal.
Not that big of a deal? The Aesops are the elite of elite military huntsmen.
The Otter Pops.
And Ironwood's personal attack dogs.
So they got you too, huh?
I wouldn't let myself get caught by them. I'm here because I've been speaking out against Atlas's exploitation of Mantle, and General Ironwood is trying to silence me.
You threw a brick at her ship.
It's worth it if it gets people talking about our cause.
Yeah. What are you laughing at?
Our
I didn't know that was the voice.
The fight
What
for
voice?
better conditions in
You didn't
Mantle,
hear?
led by
Gus?
the charismatic
That was Gus?
That was
Oh.
Gus.
lovely Robin Hill and her happy huntresses.
Robin
They were
Hill.
all top Atlas Academy
They're closing the
graduates
door.
who could have signed up for the military, but Robin and the huntresses chose to stay in Mantle. She's gunning for a seat on the Kingdom's Council, and when she gets it, she's gonna put an end to Ironwood's tyranny!
Happy huntresses.
Is that their real name? Don't you think tyranny's a little dramatic?
Easy to say for a Schnee heiress living comfortably up in Atlas.
He's in cuffs too, dude.
Anymore.
It's
Nora's still trying.
Don't let that fool you.
She's my spirit animal. There you go.
Oof.
This isn't the police station.
They're taking them straight
Atlas
to.
Academy.
Oh, is that where Ironwood's going to be? Since he's also headmaster, that would be where his office is. I guess. Are we going to see Team Funky? Meg Turney going to make an appearance?
I guess we will be seeing the general. For better or worse.
Right. Are you getting married, Ruby?
So, what do we do?
I don't know yet. But we should be careful with what we say. We'll follow your lead, Ruby.
Oh, Ruby smile. Are they going to see the general, though?
I swear if I just sit through one more
Yep, they are. You know.
Yay, you're here!
I told you.
You're right. I didn't even realize she would be up here.
Winter. Anyone want to give us a hand with these?
You have 10 seconds to take those off before I start hurting you.
Please, come in.
Should have Nora
It's
say
so
something
good
like,
to
I would have
see
had
you.
him a little more, a few more minutes.
Our reception didn't really convey that.
I sincerely regret how you were treated by my team. When a rogue airship entered our airspace, it raised some red flags. We assumed the ship was stolen.
Stolen?
Well, it was.
Yeah, it was stolen.
You stole an Atlas airship? What were you thinking? You might have been
Oh.
shot down. How unbelievably irresponsible.
Oh.
I'm sorry I worried you. But we did what we had to do.
No.
I
Oh,
suppose
I
I
knew
understand.
I knew she'd still be good.
But I cannot believe
Uh-oh.
that you allowed this to happen, Crow.
You try stopping these kids when they have their mind set on something. Speaking of which,
Cordovan did give him permission.
we have some
Ish.
important information for you that's confidential.
Oh, is it about the relics?
Or perhaps the Winter Maiden?
Well, not the Winter Maiden.
You told them?
So common knowledge, it didn't even dawn on me that,
Did you really think you were the only one who got to work on a new plan after Beacon? With Ozpin gone, I needed my own team of people I could trust. So yes, I told them.
aw,
The Ace
cool.
Ops too. Which is why I'm so glad you're here. With this. Until now, I believed it was impossible to truly turn the tide against Salem. Oz has
He doesn't
pushed
know
her
the whole
back,
backstory,
has
does he?
kept victory out of her claws, but
He's gonna
she
wanna bring
will
them
keep
together.
returning, stronger and stronger. Unless we destroy her.
can't destroy her. They know that.
But what about the Atlas relic?
You mean the Staff of Creation?
It's safe inside the vault.
And the Winter Maiden?
She is secure and in stable condition.
Stable condition? What does that...
She's not exactly a spring chicken.
Oh. We might get a transfer of maiden powers pretty soon then.
I know how this all looks. Recalling my military, the embargo, I probably don't seem the most trustworthy right now.
Then why continue it?
The people of Mantle are hurting.
I needed to ensure Salem couldn't infiltrate Atlas, and I wanted my military here, protecting my people.
But it's not protecting them. It's making everyone hate you.
It's a price I'm willing to pay. Just as you all have been entrusted with the knowledge of Salem's existence, I need you all to trust me. I have a plan. Ozpin believed the best way to fight Salem was to do so in secret. Whether that was the right choice or not is for me to say. But we find ourselves in a position of needing, well, a new approach.
And what do you suggest?
Did he just form a round table?
That's Amity Coliseum.
As in King Arthur?
The Vital Festival is held?
Indeed. When Beacon fell and everyone on Remnant lost contact with one another, I knew our current system was outdated. Amity was built to bring the nations together, and it will serve that purpose once again.
Oh no, he's turning it into a war Oh! Communications relay.
Isn't it great? We're not going to just replace Beacon Tower. Building a new tower on top of Amity Coliseum will re-establish global communications.
By launching the tower high into the atmosphere, our scientists believe we
Don't go
can
too
create
high.
a sort of satellite, out of reach of the Grim and capable of maintaining global communications even if we were to lose another tower.
That is great.
James, you don't need the entire military for this.
I will for the next part, where I finally tell the people about Salem.
Oh boy. Oh boy. But he doesn't know the full story about Salem. The stuff that
So
Ozpin was
that's
hiding.
why you withdrew your troops. To handle the panic that will break out in Atlas.
Yes, panic is inevitable, and panic brings Grim, but I believe we are ready. Once Atlas has come to grips with the fight ahead, I'll use Amity Tower to spread the message to all of Remnant.
But everything will fall apart. Grim will be everywhere.
You're right. But Atlas is willing and prepared to assist.
Trying to hide the truth from the world will eventually kill us all.
Ironwood's jacket kind of looks like the British flag. If you think about
his whole life, many
with the blue and
lives,
the anyway.
keeping
Whatever.
this secret.
I know. But since Beacon, things have changed. Without him here to guide us, all I can do is use my best judgment.
Wait a minute. Who is this kid?
What is it?
Actually, Oz isn't completely gone.
Oscar here is the next Ozpin.
Oz? I'm so glad you're here. I didn't think you...
Not quite. He's kind of, gone at the moment.
That's not normal. How did he...
We don't know. We were in a train crash, and ever since, well, suddenly Oz wasn't there anymore.
Oh, she's not going to tell him the truth. This is stupid, Ruby.
It's the worst news yet. Did you learn
It might be
about
smart.
the relics before?
He told us the lamp can answer 3 questions. But
And that he used them
all
all.
the questions were used up already.
Yeah, that's what he said. She's not lying.
Right, right.
Not the truth, but
Ozpin told us that too, once upon a time. At least we have you, Oscar. You're safe here in Atlas. Maybe together we can figure out how to bring Ozpin back.
Thank you, sir. I mean, General. Ironwood?
not going to give it back to Ruby, is he? I wouldn't think he would trust her with it. Is he going to?
You're giving it back to me?
After what happened with the Aesops, I don't want you to think I'm keeping anything from you. Especially something as important as this.
Oh, to say that to her
As
just
I'm
after she
doing,
lied to
I think
him.
It's safest with the people who
Or
brought it.
kept it from him.
Thank you.
We must work together if we're to fight Salem and win. Now,
How to tell him that she can't
you're
be
all on
killed?
board.
Come on, Ruby, you gotta tell him that.
Tell us how we can help.
Good.
It's not gonna
Because
go
getting
well.
the Amity Tower ready to launch won't be easy. But first, I think we need to get those weapons of yours up to our standards.
Remember, this is Atlas. While
They're
assisting
gonna upgrade
the
their
military,
weapons.
we will provide you with the best equipment
Probably.
our scientists can devise.
Really?
Yeah!
So that was the second time I got banned. Then there was the third time when...
All right, cut the chatter. I'd like to sincerely apologize for the miscommunication down in Mantle. We didn't intend to...
So bad, honestly. If we had known who we were, we'd be laughing over a hot meal right now. And
I understand. You were just following orders. I mean, you could have asked us some questions first.
Questions are for the weak. But we're all on the same team now. Not that I'm happy about it.
He's following us.
We just wanted to say we're sorry, and that we're looking forward to working with you on our next mission.
Oh, he was wagging
You
his
might be
tail. I get the joke.
students, but you've been fighting
control
just
his
as hard
tail.
as we have, if not harder.
He was happy.
exactly why I'm looking forward to seeing what you kids can do.
Not everything's a competition, Hare.
Is she a faunus
Let me
with a
show
name
you
like her?
around campus.
Benny.
Crow.
Yeah.
I meant it when I said it was good to see you again.
Yeah. You too.
Aww.
Fucking bros, man.
There's a bromance going on here.
Dip.
It will be after this episode. Somebody will be
That
shipping
was
it.
the cafeteria,
What
and
the
that
hell?
way's the
They
train
lowered the
rooms.
frame rate on purpose.
Oh, and over there are the classrooms.
Penny.
This all looks great, Penny.
Look at Nora.
They're all tired.
Where are we staying? Remember, you're in Atlas now. As the most well-funded
He doesn't
school
get
on
tired.
Remnant, every team at Atlas Academy gets their own room. And if that wasn't enough,
So we're staying in the
Bunk
dorms?
beds.
it'll be just like Beacon again.
Oh.
Are the Team RWBY going to set up bunk beds like they did last time? So, while there's some restlessness, it's him. It's just a recorded message. Okay, so this must be the chick, right? The lady that we saw Crow fighting with, maybe?
Is a performance.
No, it's Watts. You could tell in the shadows. Him.
For the last time, a singular hideout makes us more susceptible to discovery.
But what if we're seen? What if we're recognized?
We stay.
It's Tyrion, I think, on the other side of that.
Yeah, that's what the.
Oh, it said
caption
Tyrion.
said.
I wasn't reading the text I was listening. I'm sorry.
While cybersecurity has been stepped up in Atlas, as usual, none of the code was updated in Mantle.
Aww. He's controlling automated things just by walking past them.
That certainly sounds useful.
It should be. I helped write that code, after all.
Well, I suppose we all have our talents.
Oh, he killed somebody. Are we gonna find out who? I guess not.
Villain.
All right.
Hey, go back in here, Gus.
I'll go back and hear Gus in a minute. But one thing I wanted to say, in fact, let's check the voice credits to make sure that you're correct. That would ruin
you
it.
to hear it first.
No, I just want to get confirmation.
Oh, damn it.
I don't see Gus Sorolla. I don't see Gus Sorolla.
Here, you're gonna listen to it.
Pilots. Billy Burson and Todd
I don't
Womack.
give a shit. You listen to it, and you'll go hear Gus.
But one thing I wanted to say before we do that, I was starting to say it before the end of this, before we saw Watts. It looks like while in Mantle, probably because of how crappy they have their lives and have had their lives, they're showing this, right? There's this kind of resentment about the Faunus, a bit of racism, whatever you want to call it, but a resentment for sure about the Faunus, because you saw the one guy in the last episode, kind of say, basically denigrate Blake, right? But clearly, it's not something that's true of necessarily everybody, because Ironwood has Faunus on his number one team, right?
Eric was in this?
Eric who?
Fedor.
Oh, is he? Oh, yeah, he's Forrest, whoever Forrest is. Oh, he's the other prisoner.
Listen to Gus.
Okay. I'll get to the point where I listen to Gus here.
Oh, no. Silent.
Okay, here it is. It's coming up right here.
Mantle and General
Ironwood is trying to silence me.
You threw a brick at her ship.
It's worse.
It's not Gus.
That sounds just like Gus.
That sounds nothing like Gus. We already know it's not Gus.
Yeah, but it sounds just like him.
Didn't sound anything like Gus to me.
Mm-hmm.
You don't listen to you don't watch the podcast enough.
Yeah, I don't, apparently.
Yeah. Anyway,
Okay.
so that said, what else about this episode? First of all, they got captured. I love the Nora bits
Penny,
gnawing.
you don't have to ask me what my favorite part of this episode was.
Nora gnawing at the handcuffs was just awesome. I'm so glad. I kind of hoped about this last episode. You need a break?
I need a nap.
I hope that both Winter and Ironwood wouldn't be as bad as we thought. They were being arrested because they didn't know who they were, not because they wanted to see him. And I don't know about you,
I don't
Michelle?
know about me. What about me, homie?
I don't know about you, but
Betty.
Been shut down.
This
part made you emotional. Yeah,
this
I know.
part made me tear up.
I'm sorry.
It caught me. It choked me up. I
But
couldn't.
We did what we had to do.
It choked me up.
Of course it did.
It was kind of reminiscent a little bit of how Weiss jumped in the arms of Yang. Remember, or jumped at Yang and hugged her. Remember at the end of 5, whatever it was, in Volume 5 when she and Yang got reunited. And this, it's very nice. I liked it. And Winter softened up too, which I thought was great. Here's your favorite.
Penny. I love Penny.
Yeah, well, Penny, like they've said many times, Ironwood and the Doctor are working together on all this technology, and Penny is one of the things that they did because she was going to be created as a vessel. Remember Penny a long time ago in Volume 1 or 2? I can't remember when she said it, but she said that one day she's going to save the world or whatever. Remember she said something like that? And I think that the intent was that she would be a vessel for a maiden, probably the Winter Maiden. They're probably planning on her being the vessel for the Winter Maiden when the Winter Maiden passes away, which means Penny is probably either they're going to artificially put the Winter Maiden's aura into Penny, or they're trying to get Penny close to the Winter Maiden so she's thinking about her or something. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen there, but probably going to try to force it. So they want her to be a maiden. Do you think she will be? That'd be kind of cool, but she already has tons of powers. But yeah, it would be kind of cool. So the team gets the relic back. I am so upset at Ruby. I mean, at first I understood why she was kind of hesitant to give her the information, but all of Ironwood's plans, he's trying to do all of this stuff that's going to cause people to die because he thinks he can defeat Salem. He thinks he can kill Salem. Ruby should trust him at this point, even though things are a little sketchy and then they're not sure exactly what's going on. He was trusted by Ozpin. He's trusted by Crow-ish. Ish trusted by Crow. She should at least talk. Maybe in the next episode they will. Maybe the next episode when they get back to their room they'll talk about whether or not they should tell Ironwood. And maybe Crow will have some input in that too. But I really think they should tell him at least that part. Say, well, because if they tell her, if they tell him that part, then they're going to have to explain that Ozpin lied about there being no more questions. Because how did they find out? Well, Jen. Well, there was another question, so Ozpin lied. And then if they're going to be completely honest, they could say that was the last question, but they probably have to say there's one more question, and then he's going to want to ask that question at some point. and use it. And they may end up using it anyway at some point to help defeat Salem. They can't kill Salem, but they can still defeat her, right? They can get her to do what the God of Light said, or the God of Dark. I can't remember. One of them said, as soon as you understand or appreciate the value of death, of life and death, then your curse will be lifted. They said, one of them said something like that to her. So there's a way to get her to defeat the evil Salem and rescue the good Salem. There's a way to do that. And I think that's the approach they're going to take in the show eventually. They can't kill her. She's immortal. There's no way to kill her. But I think next episode, maybe they'll have a discussion about whether or not they should... I'm not done. Oh. But whether or not they should tell Ironwood the whole story. What do you think? Should they tell Ironwood? No. Why not?
I don't know.
Just because you want to be different than me? Because you want to oppose me?
Mm-hmm.
You do love this show. You don't think deep about it, but you love this show.
Yeah. Yeah. I just like to watch. I don't like to stay.
Okay. Sorry, guys. Any analysis you're going to get is mostly from me.
I'm
bumping my leg against her leg, and she's freaking out. Gross. Dad cooties.
Bam!
I'm not done yet. I wanted to make sure there was nothing else to talk about.
There's nothing else to talk about.
So this team, the Aesops.
Otterpops.
The Otterpops team. First of all, I think it's actually a really great idea that Ironwood has to create this satellite. A satellite, maybe. Something like a satellite. It's a great idea for him to do that.
We're going to do it.
And then the Otterpops, I'm not thrilled with the idea of a whole bunch of new characters. I said that last episode. But, I mean, if we're going to get them, we're going to get them, right? There's nothing you can say about it. He's got a lucky rabbit's foot, I just noticed.
No one's got a tail.
She is called Hare, so I imagine she's part bunny. So she's a faunus. He's clearly a faunus. I think it's this one. Yeah, this one's the faunus, right? Has a tail. This one's human, apparently. This one, I don't know what he is.
Alien.
Maybe he's AI.
Or pop.
He looks a lot like the AI from Genlock. That AI guy that's played by one of the Funhouse guys. I don't remember which one. Anyway, Lawrence. Lawrence plays him. She looks human. So we've got a couple of humans, we've got maybe an AI and a couple of faunus. That's kind of a cool combo. I think she's faunus. I mean, her name is Hare, and she's got this stuff in her hair that, I don't know. I'm guessing she's a faunus.
Squirrel.
Well, maybe, but the name like Hare, Hare, which is another name for a rabbit?
Squirrel.
Okay. So I'm interested to see where they go. Now they're apparently fans of RWBY, of Team RWBY, or these guys in general. Probably been tracking their exploits. What's up with this?
They're gonna fuck.
Well, I know. I almost got a sense from. I almost got a sense from Ironwood like there was some kind of a romantic thing here.
Ew, no.
I know, but
what sense
like,
did you get?
Like, what the heck's going on?
Drugs are you smoking? Just hugging his bro.
I mean, that was a very intimate hug.
Just hugging his bro.
Just hugging his bro. Penny leading the troops on the. Oh, look! It's a cafeteria. Didn't even notice that. Really, it's just like where the food fight took place. Think there'll be another food fight, Michelle?
Oh God.
And she did say that's the cafeteria. Yeah, duh. I just didn't read the text.
You're dumb.
I wasn't reading the text. There's your favorite. I guess we'll end on your favorite. Bunk beds or not, Michelle? Bunk beds or not? What's your bet? Do you think they'll put bunk beds in?
Why is it bet? No.
You don't think bunk beds? I think bunk beds. I'm going to win.
Well, then.
I'm going to win the bet. Thanks for watching, guys.
Bye.
Catch you next time.